do you feel the fear of answer writing? Is there any blockage when you start writing any test series, or even at your home if you're writing answers? Ask a simple question. In last 3 months, in last 6 months, in last 1 month, when you start your preparation, how many mock tests have I given? You know how rankers operate. When they get a low score, they don't move on to some comfort. कोई वीडियो आ गया जो फेक होप दे रहा है, कोई टेलीग्राम आ गया, कोई ग्रुप आ गया, इससे बात कर लिया, ये कर लिया. Don't shy away from your mock score. Sit with someone, face that low score कि भैया मेरे 40 marks कैसे आ रहे हैं यार. You have to kill the fear of syllabus as soon as possible when you start your preparation. We are going to make sure that you start on a very strong note. You have right strategy. You have a timetable, weekly, monthly, yearly timetable. You have a macro timeline and a plan. I'll give it to you. Second, you will be getting all the X Factor notes. You will be getting Microtheme PDF. You will be getting essay anecdote. You will be getting some glimpse of flash notes, atomic notes, burning issue ka access. All these are highly important pieces of content and PDF that you need to have when you are starting your preparation. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about something very interesting. यूएस में एक वेंचर कैपिटल फर्म है A16Z, उसके जो फाउंडर हैं बेन हॉरोविट्ज, उनकी एक काफी फेमस बुक है द हार्ड थिंग अबाउट द हार्ड थिंग्स. व्हेन लाइफ गेट्स टफ, हाउ डू यू टैकल इट? क्योंकि जब सब सही चल रहा है तो कोई उसमें देयर आर नो क्वेश्चंस दैट यू आस्क, राइट? बट व्हेन लाइफ गेट्स हार्ड, हाउ डू यू टैकल इट? व्हाट आर द आंसर्स, राइट? सिमिलर थिंकिंग, सिमिलर प्रॉब्लम सिविल सर्विस की प्रिपरेशन में भी है. दैट्स व्हाई मैं ये टॉपिक पिक कर रहा हूँ आज. इसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं करता है. व्हेन प्रिपरेशन गेट्स हार्ड, व्हेन यू हैव बीन ट्राइंग अगेन एंड अगेन, कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं दिख रहा है, यू आर स्टक, योर प्रिपरेशन हैज स्टॉल्ड, आपके दोस्त सब कुछ आगे बढ़े जा रहे हैं, सब कुछ लाइफ मूव हो रही है अपने ही पेस से, बस आप स्टक हो और आपको क्लियर पाथ नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. स्पेशली अगर आप बिगिनर हो, वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल हो, अगर आप अभी कॉलेज में हो, प्री फाइनल ईयर में हो, and you're thinking to start civil service preparation, ये facts जानना बहुत, it's indispensable, आपके लिए इतना जरूरी है, otherwise you'll be falling in the same trap, right? And I'll talk about few of the traps, especially 3. Preparing for civil service when there are no easy answers, right? So what is the hard thing? What are the hard facts about this exam, about this preparation, right? Let's look at them, especially the first 3, the most important ones, right? Fear of syllabus, answer writing, mocks, marks, overall exam. You have a weak strategy, right? And you don't have any timetable. Please understand this. If you have fear of syllabus, if you're a beginner and you pick up UPSC syllabus, like, okay, this is very long, there are no boundaries, everything under the sun can be asked, I don't know how to prepare. And I understand because you have never prepared for exam at this scale and a syllabus which is so dense, so depth, so broad, right? So that is bound to happen, right? But the problem is when you start any preparation, any journey with a fear, it is going to hurt your mindset. रैंकर्स ऐसे नहीं सोचते. आपको ये फिगर आउट करना है कि इस सिलेबस में से सबसे ज्यादा रिपीटेड कौन से टॉपिक हैं जो प्रीलिम्स और मेंस में आ रहे हैं. What are those micro themes which UPSC keep repeating every year in prelims and mains? That is how you ruthlessly prioritize your preparation and your syllabus. Now after that exercise, you will know where do I have to start, what kind of foundation I have to build, how do I make my notes, etc. You have to kill the fear of syllabus as soon as possible when you start your preparation. Answer writing. A lot of people give logic like first I have to complete syllabus, then I'll write answer. There is an opposite point of view also, like start answer writing and then eventually in parallel you keep completing your syllabus. You will get to know what kind, and you can eventually improve because your content is getting enriched, you're learning current affairs, you're reading a lot of new subjects, you will write eventually better points in your answers. Both point of view people have tried, worked, not worked, each one for their own. The idea is, do you feel the fear of answer writing? Is there any blockage when you start writing any test series, or even at your home if you're writing answers? What is the best way to tackle that fear? What is the best way to start writing answers, right? That question. Never have fear of answer writing, and how to tackle it, I'll talk about it. Mocks, right? People like prelims mocks. If they attempt a mock, it's not just the knowledge part. You end up, because of some fear, you end up marking wrong in your OMR. You don't read sentences properly. Like there is a not written in the questions, right? You skipped it somehow, right? It was invisible for you. You're not able to improve marks in your mock test because not because you have less knowledge, right? But because there is a fear of exam. There is a fear of overall exam. Look at any ranker. They don't make the whole gungo about the UPSC exam. They keep it at something which is achievable. They believe they will eventually be able to qualify this exam. But a lot of beginners, college and working professional, because of whatever constraint they have, they might end up building a mindset out of fear that UPSC is some big deal. And yes, it is a big deal. It is a national level. It's one of the toughest exam. But you can't start your preparation with that mindset, because it will hurt your preparation. It will hurt your mindset, and it will reflect in the way you prepare and attempt the exam. You don't want that, right? People end up, because of these fears, people end up getting misdirected. Eventually they have a weak strategy for the exam. They have not ruthlessly prioritized their syllabus. They don't know what has worked for rankers. They haven't been able to analyze PYQs properly. They have no idea about the micro themes which UPSC keeps on asking again and again. They're not able to enrich their answers. They're not able to attempt MCQs properly. They're not able to write essay properly. Intros are weak. Conclusions are weak. They're not able to add diagrams, facts, committees, judgments, etc. in their answers, because at the start of the preparation, the first 3 months, which is the deciding factor of how the preparation journey will be, they have a weak strategy. Please avoid this trap. Never have the fear of exam. And again, of course, because they have a weak strategy, eventually they'll have a weak plan, which is they have no timetable, etc. Right? Let's quickly come to the second problem or trap, right? Second hard fact about the civil service exam, which is they think, a lot of aspirants think, like going to a class, making a lot of bulky notes, buying a lot of books, adding stuff to your preparation, buying some course that makes you believe exam will be qualified if you just be a part of that course, etc. They think this is what the progress is. They are progressing. I call that progress mirage. It is a delusion. It is not a reality. If going to a class very consistently is a deciding factor, then everyone who goes to a class who has the highest attendance shouldn't their name be in the list, right? This is not a deciding factor. I'll tell you what is a deciding factor. Your mock score are not improving, and that is the biggest problem. Your illusion of busyness, no matter how many classes you do, no matter how many bulky notes you make, no matter what is the greatest book you study from, no matter what kind of mentor you get, no matter what you do, how many times you have attempted or not, if your mock scores are not improving, there is a problem. Ask a simple question. In last 3 months, in last 6 months, in last 1 month, when you start your preparation, how many mock tests have I given? And how many of those, let's say if you give 10 mock tests, how many of those 10 mock tests, how many mock tests are you scoring more than 100 or 90? If the number is 0, if the number is less than 6, 5, you are in trouble. You are in the illusion of busyness. You're just doing things in a cyclical loop, but you're not moving. Motion has to be forward, not cyclical. So don't get into this loop कि आप बस पढ़ाई करे जा रहे हो, आप बस क्लासे जाए जा रहे हो, कंटेंट भर रखा है टेबल पे, नहीं पढ़ो. स्पेशली इफ यू आर अ कॉलेज पर्सन, बिगनर और वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल, ये ट्रैप काफी फेमस है. इसमें 90% एस्पायरेंट्स बस इसी में फंसे हुए. आप अपने किसी से भी पूछिए कि हाउ मेनी टेस्ट हैव यू गिवन, एंड व्हाटएवर द नंबर ऑफ टेस्ट यू हैव गिवन, एंड हाउ मेनी ऑफ दोज आर यू गेटिंग मोर देन 100 or 90 marks in prelims and at similar threshold in mains paper, right? Or in essay or in optional. रियल सक्सेस का इंडिकेटर, पोटेंशियल का इंडिकेटर मॉक टेस्ट का स्कोर होता है. अ गुड मॉक टेस्ट विच इज बैक्ड बाय PYQ विच इज क्लोज टू व्हाट UPSC आस्क, वहां पे डिपेंड करना है. लेट्स क्विकली कम टू द थर्ड पॉइंट, लुकिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट कंफर्ट, राइट? जब आपके मॉक टेस्ट में नंबर नहीं आ रहे होते हैं, व्हाट डू 9 out of 10 पीपल डू? Open YouTube, open Telegram, talk to this person, that person, feel anxiety, and then move on to the next comfortable video, teacher, Telegram, PDF, go to R and buy some book of that subject, etc. The real issue, you're not tackling the real issue. You're trapped in a shiny object syndrome. It's called shiny object syndrome. Next time when you have a low score, you know how rankers operate. When they get a low score, they don't move on to some comfort. कोई वीडियो आ गया जो फेक होप दे रहा है, कोई टेलीग्राम आ गया, कोई ग्रुप आ गया, किसी से बात कर लिया, ये कर लिया. don't shy away from your mock score. Sit with someone, face that low score कि भैया मेरे 40 marks कैसे आ रहे हैं यार पॉलिटी के टेस्ट में. Like how is this possible? I've covered all the books, I've watched videos, सब कुछ क्लास भी कर लिया. ये like कैसे, ये तो acceptable नहीं होना चाहिए ना आपको. And you should not be moving forward. This is true for anything in life. You have to become comfortable with this uncomfortable feeling. The people who do, they end up making really good progress in their preparation. There's a high chance they'll qualify the exam. So shiny object syndrome से आपको बचना ही है. Focus on one-on-one post-test discussion. Focus on maintaining accountability. That's how you save yourself from or preempt the shiny object syndrome, right? So all these three things, fear of almost everything in this exam, illusion of busyness, right? There's no progress, and how to save yourself from shiny object syndrome, right? If you are a college going person, pre-final, final year, if you're a beginner, and if you're a working professional, right? I am going to take a session on 1st of July, 7 p.m., right? Join this UPSC 2026-2027 masterclass. We are going to make sure that you start on a very strong note. You have right strategy. You have a timetable, weekly, monthly, yearly timetable. You have a macro timeline and a plan. I'll give it to you. Second, you will be getting all the X Factor notes. You will be getting Microtheme PDF. You'll be getting essay anecdote content PDF. You'll be getting some glimpse of flash notes, atomic notes, burning issue ka access. All these are highly important pieces of content and PDF that you need to have when you are starting your preparation for 2026 and 2027. If you are a working professional, you probably get 4 to 5 hours in a day, right? Make sure you spend time on a content which is backed by PYQ, which has high hit ratio of coming questions. Like your content is directly reflecting in your question paper in the exam. High hit ratio, right? Samachar Manthan, burning issue, etc. So this is the masterclass that I am going to take on 1st of July, 7 p.m. Link is in the description. Register right away and I'll see you in the masterclass. I'll give you the best strategy for the 2026-2027. Join me 1st of July, 7 p.m. if you're a beginner, if you're a college going person in pre-final year or final year, and 100% if you're a working professional. This is a must attend. You just cannot afford to miss this session, right? It's completely free. All the content I'll share with you is free. So just make sure you register with the link in the description and I'll see you on 1st of July, 7 p.m. All the best for your preparation.